Hello, everybody. My name's Ed Travers. My pronouns are he, him, and his. I'm an Anglican priest serving in the beautiful parish of St. Margaret of Scotland that sits on the ancestral and on the unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq people. Gwe. I was just thinking about something. So we're going to do a talk. You know what? We'll just jump right into it. There is this fella, and his name's Calvin. And Calvin's a British dude. And he's actually living and working in the United States, or he was up until this week. I don't know where he is now. Calvin is a priest in the Anglican Catholic Church, the ACC. Now, he ain't one of mine, right? He's not one of the Anglican Church of Canada, nor is he one of the Church of England. He is a member of an American, sort of an offshoot of the Anglican Church called the Anglican Catholic Church. He actually did try for ordination in England a few years ago, and he was rejected. They decided that his leanings were not going to be very healthy for their congregations, and so they refused to give him a curate. They refused to give him a curacy, and so he decided, that's it, I'm leaving, and he took his ball and he went to I think it was called like the Free Church of England, as opposed to the one you have to pay for. So he went to the Free Church of England, and then he spent a few months there, maybe a year there, and then he went to some kind of like old Norwegian Catholic church. And then that didn't pan out long term, and so then he joined the Anglican Catholic Church in the U.S. and he was ordained a priest. Now they have taken his license. Now some of you have heard about this guy. Some people are, I think, like Rolling Stones magazine said that he was defrocked. I really don't know if he was defrocked or not. And I know, I think it's the Friendly Atheist said he was defrocked as well. I know that they removed his license. What I read was that they removed his license, and that's not quite the same as being defrocked. But we're not gonna split hairs. This is him, and you know what he's doing. And yes, I understand maybe he's just raising his hand up and he's pointing at something. Generally speaking, you would point with your hand face palm up, but when you watch the video, he's doing this, and he's being very cheeky about it. He's being very cheeky about it. He's offering the Yahtzee salute, and he's doing it to a room full of right wing folks, many of whom laugh and giggle amongst themselves and give him a little round of applause. He says, "My heart is going out to you," and then he does it. And he gives him a little wink. He knows what he's doing. Right now, the reason I wanted to talk about this right away, we're going to take him off screen because I don't want him on my screen anymore. The reason we're going to talk about this is because I just offered you my pronouns. I just shared with you my preferred pronouns, and I thought, why do I offer my preferred pronouns? Well, the reason is, and it's something that I picked up years ago, but the reason is because I'd love to see the practice normalized. I'd love to see the practice normalized for our trans brothers and sisters, many of whom are often, whether it's malicious or just people who aren't familiar, but many trans people are misgendered all the time. And so here, this is just my way of saying, I want to normalize this practice. Now, I could be doing this because as a left-leaning, progressive, heretic priest, I could be doing it because I want to own the right. I want to own conservatives. I'm doing it because I want them to be upset by it. So my name's Ed Travers. My pronouns are he, him, and his. See what I'm doing there? I'm trying to get conservatives all upset. I'm trying to get conservatives all worked up. My preferred pronouns are he, him, and his. Doesn't that just bother you, right-leaning Christians? Doesn't that just infuriate right-leaning Christians? No. It's not why I'm doing it. And nor would I do it because I want to bother right-leaning Christians. I would never do it because I want to cause them some kind of anxiety or some kind of je ne sais quoi. I'm not doing it for them. I'm doing it for my trans brothers and sisters. I'm with you. I hope you can hear that as I'm with you. I hope you can hear that as me wanting to normalize what is a very simple practice. I want to normalize it so that when you go into a room and you say, "Hi, my name is Jill. My pronouns are," or "Hi, my name is Jim and my pronouns are." I want to follow right behind you with a great big bushy beard and a shaved head and say, "Hi, my name's Ed and my pronouns are he, him, and his." The only people I'm doing this for are for my trans brothers and sisters. It has nothing to do at all for bothering people. Now, why am I telling you this? This is because that's why, ultimately, that's why that fella, that Anglican Church, the Anglican Catholic Church, formerly Anglican Catholic Church priest, I believe he was serving in Michigan. That's why he was let go. He wasn't let go because he offered the Yahtzee salute. That's not why. He wasn't let go because he followed Elon Musk in offering that particular wave, that particular overture. No. The Anglican Catholic Church said, we had a conversation with him before about trolling people, that his behavior online was offsides, that his behavior online politically, that we've noticed that he says things and he does things in order to stir up what might be considered his political opponents. He says things, he does things, he posts things online in order to cause agitation among those he would see to be erroneous, or those he would see to be his adversary, those he would see to be his enemy, the foe. He's doing things purposefully online to cause them agitation and irritation. And we told him to stop. But he didn't stop, and then he did this. He did this at a rally. We have they didn't say they had a problem with him being at the rally. They didn't say they had a problem with him saying the things he said at the rally. They don't have a problem with him he was at a pro-life rally, I believe, in Washington, D.C. They didn't have a problem with that. They have a problem with him purposefully trying to irritate and agitate others. This, they said, is not the behavior of a Christian priest. Now, I thought, when I saw this, and I got flooded with this video, lots of people sent this to me, and I thought, geez, you just don't do that. And I've heard people say, "Oh, no, it's a Roman salute." No, the Romans lost it when the 1930s rolled around, and that fellow with the funny little mustache had all of his funny little sycophants roaming or walking around Germany doing the same thing in his honor. It's no longer a Roman salute. It now means one thing. It's the same as that little symbol. I don't want to hear anybody saying, "Oh, no, that symbol is actually an ancient symbol of..." It may very well be. That could be its origins, but that's not what it means today. It has been hijacked, it has been taken over, and now it means one thing and one thing only in our context, and that it means evil. And that little flash that they do, that little salute that they do, same thing. It's not the Roman salute anymore. It doesn't belong to the Romans anymore. It means one thing. It signifies one thing. It reminds us of one thing. A crazy bunch of wee little pathetic people who wanted to shower praise and adoration upon that wee little man with that silly little mustache. It's a sign of hatred. It's a sign of evil. It's a sign of what should have been a generous and peaceful and loving society who turned who turned to the dark side. But I didn't know. I really did. Like, I thought, what do you say? An educated man should know enough than to flash that sign. An educated man, and he is educated. That fella is educated. An educated man should know enough that even if you're doing it as a joke, it's evil. But then when I read the response from the Anglican Catholic Church, I thought, no, there it is. You know, they didn't want to have to figure out his motivation. They didn't want to have to figure out his political ideology. They didn't want to have to try to come to understand why he would do this or why he would do that or what it was that he was actually doing. They didn't want to split that hair. And so what they simply said was this: it is not proper Christian behavior. It is not the proper behavior of a Christian priest to want to agitate and irritate others. It's not our thing. It is not what a Christian should be trying. We should not be trying to stir up the other side. We should not be trying to stir up those we would call our enemies. We should be loving them. We should be heaping praise and blessings upon those we claim to be our enemies. We shouldn't be trying to own them. We shouldn't be trying to show them. We shouldn't be trying to put them in their place. We should be showing them love. We should be trying to show them how much they are loved by us and by Jesus. That's the job of the Christian priest. I mean, that's Pope, right? The pontiff. Pontiff, Pope, these words come from bridge builder. That's his job. To build connections. And priests and bishops and cardinals, and I'm an Anglican priest. We don't follow the Pope, but all of us come from that line of thinking. Our job ultimately is to be a bridge builder where we are. I mentioned to you earlier this week that I'm here as a representative of my bishop. I'm here in the parish of St. Margaret of Scotland. I am here as a representative of my bishop. Therefore, it's my job to do the work that my bishop would do if they were here. And their job would be to build bridges with the community. And that means everybody in the community. As many people as possible, including people that I may disagree with, including people that I may not like very much, including people that don't like me or my people, including people that do cruel things, that hate others, that would attack, that would want to destroy. My place is never to agitate them further. My place is never to annoy them further. My place is never to aggrieve them further. My place is to love them, to pray for them, and to make sure that they know I want the best for them, to make sure that they know I am here if they ever want to talk. That's our job as Christians too, right? Not easy. It's very simple. Comes back to that whole thing. Jesus' message is incredibly simple, but it is incredibly difficult. We're here to love, not to stir the pot. Amen.